Questo misteriamente veramente.
Good morning and good evening, guys. How are you? I could see pretty much less participation. And we'll wait for 5 more minutes. Let others to join. Good evening, Dinesh. Okay, at the meantime, we're giving time to other people to join, no? So any questions, guys? We had a brief questioning session, Q&A session yesterday. So anybody having any more questions? That today I'm going to cover on complete architecture. Okay. So how the ETL flow, why everything will be done. Then I will explain the course content. Any more questions, guys?
Oh, not
Hi,
yet.
Akshay.
I'm very interested.
Your voice is not clear, Akshay.
I said I don't have any questions.
Okay, fine. Thanks. Thanks for confirming, Akshay. Okay, fine. We will see uh, the today's topic. Okay. The same question as for yesterday. So why are we doing ETL? Any guesses, guys? And by doing the ETL on top of the data, the same example. Yesterday we saw what Starbucks, right? So Starbucks showing some $9.87 billion of revenue in last quarter, right? Okay, fine. Who need this information? That's the first question. Vignesh, Akshay, Priyanka.
Yeah, the business people's
Yes,
they will
business
need this.
people.
They need this kind of
Definitely.
data. Yeah, for
Yes.
the decision making.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good guess. It's Akshay, right?
Vignesh.
Vignesh. Yeah, that was awesome guess. So by doing this information, okay, it's a kind of business intelligence. The name itself suggests that business intelligence. Okay, so taking the intelligent business decisions to grow your business. Okay, to stop the loss and to do all kind of analysis, we need this information. Okay, so how the ETL starts? What is the beginning point of doing ETL? Well, anybody having any guess? So the beginning point will be report. So let's say I'm the business owner. So Vignesh. Okay, Vignesh owns one company. Let me share my screen before that. Okay, fine. Vignesh owns one company. Okay, ABC. Now he needs some kind of informations from the data he's having. Let's say he's owning one hotel business. Okay, and he wants the report like which food, okay, which menu, which provide high income or high revenue. Okay, and which food makes a lot of orders, which food ordered most across all region. Okay, he is running his business across India or across international level. So he wants some kind of report in this way. So now what happens at the next phase? to grow his business, to improve his menu, okay, to develop the branches and to take this menu to other people, other region people. He's planning many business ideas. For that, he need the data, basic data, right? Which is it possible to take by directly querying the database or directly putting some formulas on the Excel sheet? Guys, please join the discussion. If you join, entire session will be in this way only. Just you can unmute yourself and you can talk anything.
No, it's not possible, I guess.
Okay.
So
It's
we
not.
first and
Yes.
first
Yes.
I
Yes. Go ahead.
think I should know like what kind of sources readers are present.
Yes.
Then
Exactly.
I have to I have to
So,
load all this one
hmm.
center area.
Okay. Let's say inside India, some 5 servers are running. The data is stored in 5 different database servers. One is SSMS, okay, Teradata, DB2, and MongoDB. It's maintained in different sources. Now you want to analyze on which table, okay, from which source I'm getting revenue information, which source I'm getting. In all the source, it will be same. All kind of information will be saved. Okay. If you see SSMS, they are maintaining for southern region. Southern region, all the restaurants maintaining SSMS for storing the information, order information and revenue information, menu information, everything will be hold inside the SSMS database. Likewise, each region is maintaining different database. Maybe it is north, and this one is east and west. Now, what I want to do as a first step before producing the report. So this is my ultimate reporting. These and all the reports I need as a business owner. He tells that these reports I need. So what he has to do as a next step, he has to recruit one analyst, okay? Analyst or tech architect and business analyst. Okay, so these servers are a production copy, right? Those are the real-time data are maintained in the production database. Now, what they are going to do, they are going to recruit some technical people to design the architecture, right? Architecture is nothing but, okay, the data can be in a redundant format. For an example, okay, I'll show you. Okay, just look at this image. Is it a proper table? See course code C1 under this. Is it a proper table to maintain?
I guess
No.
we have some empty empty
empty.
columns.
These and all is not easy to analyze when you are going to the reporting format. So in real time, mostly you will get this kind of sources. So from this source, you have to involve a lot of techniques to bring the data in the format it can be transformed correctly. Okay. So at that time, this technical architect, solution architect, BA, these people, what they will do, no, they will design on architecture, how many layers they need. Okay. From source. Okay. Just consider before doing that, they will copy this production data, they will replicate it into some lower lane. Okay, they don't touch the real production data. So this is called real production data. Just they will make a copy. Whatever operations you want to do, it will be done on this replication. So now we have the replication. On this replication data, these people will do the analysis. Okay, how many sources are there, and they will bring up the requirement. Okay, in southern source, I have some 54 tables. In the 54 tables, 10 tables are non-normalized, unnormalized, and 10 are Excel source. Okay, sorry, this is different. No? 10 tables unnormalized. 10 tables are having redundant data. Having redundant columns. So they will do all this analysis. Okay. Then they will decide what has to be done. Clear? So they will design the layers. As a first layer, what they will do, no? Layer 1, maybe stage layer. Simply they will do a copy. Suppose we have two platforms. One is cloud platform, another one is non-cloud platform. Right? Anybody having any guess what is cloud and non-cloud? Can somebody tell the example of cloud platforms? Chirag.
I think, yeah,
Mitra.
cloud platforms like
AWS.
Yes, AWS, Azure,
GCP.
GCP, we have a lot. And non-cloud platforms also we have. Now, what happens now from this kind of platforms, they are making a copy to all the data. While copying it, we have two scenarios, right? One is day 0 or full load or historical data load. Clear, guys? And next one is incremental or delta load. These two concepts will be covered because just think historical load is nothing but a full load. A complete data will be taken and loaded into the target. If you see incremental load, for suppose till yesterday, okay, I have till Feb 25. What are all the data available in the database? Everything moved to Azure cloud. Now, after 25 Feb, on each day or a weekly or monthly, it can be scheduled. The job can be scheduled to fetch the recent updates or recent insertion, recent deletes, everything can be taken from the source and loaded into the target. After that, each layer will have a specific functionality or specific use. So layer 1, I'm simply copying from source to target. Layer 2, these are all not a ETL tester activity, but for understanding, I'm explaining you. Okay. Layer 2, maybe stage 1. Here, what they are doing, data cleanup. Data cleanup is nothing but invalid data, incorrect data, incomplete data, everything will be handled. Okay. And layer 3. And also one more important thing will be data normalization. These things will be covered in layer 2. It can be changed. Even in you can do it in layer 1 also. That's completely based on the decision of tech architect, business analyst, and solution architect. Clear, guys?
What is data normalization and unnormalization?
Yeah, data normalization is nothing but, so if you have, I showed you on example table, right?
Yeah.
So this is unnormalized table. you want to convert this table into a format of fact and dimension. Because when it is converted as a fact and dimension, then only you can able to implement the ETL architecture or ETL techniques efficiently and bring the data to the reporting format to reducing the redundancy. Okay. And we have partial redundancy and transitive redundancy. I will explain you later in the classes. So after removing these redundancies, proper table will be bring on. So that's called data normalization. We have some more techniques further. After doing this, layer 3, maybe SCD concepts, slowly changing dimension concept. This is the pretty much important concept in ETL. So mostly in 99% interviews, you will get this question. SCD, what is SCD? SCD type 2, slowly changing dimension. We have 4 types. Okay, each type has its own advantage and disadvantage. Mostly SCD type 2 will be implemented for all the tables in real-time project. So after doing that, final layer, reporting layer. So here, what they will do now, they will bring all the transformations. After that, views, it's not a layer, but what and all the required aggregated data from reporting layer will be ingested to a view, which is called a materialized view. I will explain you each concept one by one. Okay, materialized view will be created. So from the materialized view only, the data will be fetched for the report. Clear with the flow, guys?
Yeah.
Any question on the flow? So this is what happened in our upcoming class. For each and every segment, I will explain you with pretty much clear, with pretty much good examples. Okay. With many examples, we are going to see what is SCD type 1, type 0, type 2, type 3. Okay. And on data normalization, what is type 0, how it will be converted. So at the end of this class, you can able to convert the unnormalized table to normalized one. And you can able to understand the SCD concepts. Fine. After this flow, okay, the data from the materialized view only presented to the report. So the flow here will be from source in lower environment to layer 1, layer 2. Okay, in layer 1, simply they are loading all the data inside the layer 1. Layer 2, for loading the data also, there is many techniques present. So if it is a table, simply you can insert all the records. Whereas an Excel file, how it will be loaded? Opening and rewriting the file or rewriting the data is not possible. So we have some techniques for that too. Handling Excel files or other flat files also. And in layer 2, data cleanup and data normalization. Okay, data cleanup we will discuss, and SCD in layer 3. Final layer, all the transformations are brought on.
What is
Then
SCCD?
SCD, slowly changing dimension. Clear?
Okay.
Along with it, we are going to see fact table, dimension table. So where can anybody make a guess where at which layer fact and dimension tables are coming?
Reporting layer.
No. In layer 2 itself, fact and dimension tables, because we are doing data normalization. No. In layer 2 itself, it will present from unnormalized to fact and dimension tables. From fact and dimension tables, by doing essential joins and SCD concepts will be done. And here, what is the significance of functional testing and regression testing? Can somebody share their idea about it? Why we are doing, what is the necessary for doing, because many are functional testers, right? Manual testing. So Why are we doing functional testing and why are we going for regression testing?
Actually, functional testing we are doing to check whether the new functionality has been implemented that is working correctly or not. And the regression we are doing to test whether while developing new functionality there is no any breakage in the existing functionality.
Yeah, with the API testing or some other functionalities, that will be 100% fine. But just think, no, in ETL testing, definitely we are testing the tables, right? Tables. Okay. After testing on table, if some change comes to the same table, we are doing the functional testing again. And once the table we have tested and closed it, it will go to the new table. Why are we doing regression testing here? Right? Because we are not touching or changing anything in the table, right? If the developers are doing any change, definitely one new story will be coming and you are doing the validation. Correct?
Yeah.
So how in development perspective, I'm telling, okay. So developers will not create single pipeline for each table. So they will create pipelines. Pipelines or flows are nothing but so sequence of steps to load, to extract, and do the transformation and loading the data. Okay. One minute, I will show you the pipeline. For doing this, the pipelines are created. When you're running the pipeline, the what it was created, for what it was created, so it will do the data load. So this is called the pipeline or flow anything. When it is created, the pipeline is created, it's not like the data will be loaded for each table. So in real time, it will be created for the functionalities. Okay, if suppose, let's say I have 20 tables at layer 1. Okay, in layer 2, for all 20 tables, some common thing which is changed. And pipeline will be created in a way such table A is loaded. Okay, the table C will be loaded from table A and table B. Okay, so okay, by combining table A and table B, table C is okay. In that case, what happened now? Some change over table B will affect table C as well. Okay, so after doing one particular load on particular data area, so the data out of 54 tables, based upon the data, the tables are segregated. Okay, after segregating it, if any change occurred on a single flow, it will affect subsequent flows. So to avoid that, we have to do the regression testing. Clear, guys? Suppose on Feb release, 10 tables you are testing. Functional. Guys, don't worry, guys. Since I'm explaining with the Excel means, no, don't think like there is no document, because I have, see, I have Excel PDFs and documents which for sharing to the students who are joining. Okay. So this is for SQL queries and okay, SSIS files. So for ETL testing, you can see the PowerPoint. Okay, these things I have created for sharing it to you. for understanding. Okay, in theoretical perspective, even I also go through, but most thing in a kind of a practical way only. Clear, guys? Okay. So again, we can come to functional testing, regression testing. So what will be done now? So here, no regression. Again, in March release, some 8 tables created. This 8 tables, we are doing functional testing. 10 tables from previous release are regression tested. In April release, let's say 5 tables are coming newly and 18 tables, because it's the flow only created. No pipeline created for each table. A flow will be created, in the flow itself, the data load for all the tables mapped. So to verify it is not affected, you have to do the regression testing. For doing the regression testing, automation is required. I'm pretty much covered with the flows. Any question, I'll go over that. Otherwise, I'll try to explain the content, course content.
Just one small one, like you
Yeah,
explained
sure.
about the incremental.
Yes.
And what's the basic difference between incremental and delta load?
Okay. So if you see in incremental, we have 2 ways. May I know your name, sir?
Naren.
Naren, yeah. Basically, we have 2 ways of doing incremental. Okay. So one is with update notification, other one is not update notification. Okay. So when you say some source record you have, for example, will you use Redbus?
I don't use it, but
Okay.
yeah, I know how it works.
Railway reservation system.
Yeah.
Or something. So whenever, if suppose 10 members are booking the train ticket, okay, to some same menu or different menu, okay. While doing it, when he put his entry, which means once the person booked a ticket, okay, if suppose 10 tickets are available, 20 members trying, once one ticket is confirmed, then the 10 has to be changed to 9, correct?
Yeah.
So real-time streaming. So this kind of change is called with update notification, incremental testing with update notification. We can achieve it through some of the concepts. Clear? It's called CDC and triggers. Whenever some new record inserted in the table, immediately all the downstream systems and downstream tables will be updated with that data with new entry. This is called incremental load with update notification. And this is called delta load. Incremental load with update notification is called delta load. And if suppose the update is happening from the source system, but it is not updated immediately. Okay, it will take 1 day or half a day or a week. Some exam results maybe they will update the status, but after 1 week only everyone can able to see. So those kind of incremental load is a normal incremental load. This is the example of delta load and non-delta load.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Clear, Naren?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so we'll go with the course content. So this is the if you search the Google Isha Training Solution.org, you can get the you can go to the link there. If you simply scroll down, see ETL automation testing masterclass with SQL, Python, Power BI, Azure, SSIS, and PyTest. If you click on this link, you may find the course content. Okay, so as I told yesterday, it is 35 hours. It's estimated, but based upon the questions you are asking and the concepts you want to learn, if you want to go through some feedback shared by previous session students, you can read it. Then the real course content will start from here. Okay. So at the beginning of the at the start first class, okay, you will get what is ETL and data warehousing, OLTP versus OLAP, goals and components of ETL, and each day definitely you'll get one quiz session at the beginning of the class. Clear? Which will start from tomorrow. Clear, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, class 2. You'll we will go through extract, transform, load, different type of extraction techniques, different types of load techniques, and popular ETL tools. Which tool are we going to implement? Everything. Okay, we are going to create the pipeline now. So let me show you the pipeline. Okay, on the class 3, source and target understanding. Source and target means the data source, different files, the data from API, data from database, data from files, flat files, to understand different type of sources. Okay, semi-structured data, non-structured data, structured data, and how it will be mapped, transformation basics, everything will be discussed on class 3, and on each class you can expect one quiz at least for 2 to 3 minutes or initial 5 minutes. And class 4, we are going to see data governance and quality. So metadata logs and audit tables. What is the purpose of metadata logs, audit tables, data validation and error handling. And class 5, ETL testing process. So ETL testing lifecycle, ETL versus database testing, ETL tester responsibility. And class 6, we are going to discuss about test case design techniques, writing and executing ETL test cases. And here, if you see lab, we are going to create and validate sample ETL test cases. And as part of class 7, project case study. Usually in this session only, it is keep on extending, because in one complete hour, we are not able to complete this project case study. So it will extend 2 or 3 classes. It's end-to-end validation flow. Here, what are we going to do? We are going to design one complete architecture. Okay, so these and all the data, as I showed like yesterday. So this is the actual source for us. From this, the layer 1, we are going to design this. Layer 2, we are going to design this. Layer 3, we are going to design this. And before the Power BI report, this one we are going to design. Likewise, we are going to discuss one case study. Clear, guys? Any question or anything you want to learn more other than this concepts in ETL testing? Also, the SED concepts, data normalizations, everything will be covered here itself as part of data warehousing ETL concepts. Okay. Clear, guys? Any question?
Yes.
Shall we
No.
Are
go
you
ahead?
going to design the packages as well?
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
Are we going to design the packages as well?
Are you asking SSIS package?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We are going to design. So I'll show you the previous package we have created. So if you see, this is the previous package we have created. This is one of the error handling techniques from while extracting from the CSV. Okay. And designing SED type 2 package will be this one, stg2.dtsx. It's not loading. We will give some time to load it. So likewise, we are going to design the package even. That's a developer's task, but there is nothing wrong about learning, no? Along with it, I'm providing additionally. Main motto will be ETL testing. Okay, so the next topic will be SQL for ETL testing. Okay, in class 8, SSMS installation and setup. SSMS is SQL Server Management Studio. and SQL basics, DDL and DML, constraints and keys. Each day it will be lab. There's nothing after the ETL class. Okay, till ETL class only. I'm going to show through. It's a theoretical class till ETL. From SQL, everything will be practical class. I want to set up everyone with SSMs in their system. We are going to execute the query from their system also. On each day, you can expect an action point and quiz in the lab session. Okay. Class 9, SQL basics. Class 10, it's filtering and sorting, where, order, by, like, between these queries. And class 11, we are going to discuss about joins. Class 12 also joins. We have many different kind of joins. No, you can read it. Inner join, left join, right join, full join, self join, cross join. Okay. And class 13, we are going to discuss the aggregate functions. Aggregate functions along with group by and having. Also Windows functions. We are going to discuss over here. Then subqueries and correlated subqueries, views, these and all will be part of class 14. Okay. Then in class 15, functions and indexing. How to create a stored procedure. Okay. Case functions, case statements, indexing. What is indexing? What is heap indexing? Okay. Kind of indexing will be discussed over the class 15. Then common table expression and window functions. Example will be row number function, rank functions, lag function, lead function. Okay. These things will be discussed, and discussed in the sense it's not like a theoretical one. We will write one query to execute row number. And mostly the SQL classes will be conducted even if any of the student who likes to do that in their system, even that also happen. After that, we will discuss about query optimization. Okay. And we will write one real-time project query to validate the project. This will happen on class 18. Any question over here? This one? Guys?
No.
No.
Fine. Thanks. So next one, SSIS, which is this session. In Visual Studio, we are going to create one ETL project, real-time ETL project. Okay, first one, SSIS installation and add-ons. So for installation also, you can expect some implement notes. Okay, installation example. If you see, I have created a document with you. I will share it with you, and for any doubt, right away I will be available. Okay, before the session or after the session, based on the requirement, based on the availability, we can discuss that. Okay, so the next one, control flow and data flow, the basic components of SSIS pipeline creation. Then how to create a transformations in SSIS using the components available, lookup transformation, derived columns, merge transformation, and SSIS error handling. These and all will be discussed. With the help of these components, we are going to design one complete SCD type 2 project. Clear, guys? From source till reporting layer, we are going to create this. Any question here? So the next segment will be Power BI. Installation of Power BI, connecting with the database, and creating some model, and creating some DAG and relationships. After that, a simple report, creation of simple reports, and publishing it. These and all will be covered as part of Power BI class. Okay. After doing this, we are going to discuss about the PyTest automation. Here we are going to create our own framework. Okay. From SQL. Since I'm covering more classes in SQL, so with the help of SQL plus minimum amount of Python and SQL, we are going to create an architecture or framework like running the query. If suppose all the queries are placed in a folder, we can write some PyTest programs to fetch that files, to execute it in the database and store the result, to validate the result and provide the result through the help of some reports. So these things we are going to see in PyTest automation. This one, non-cloud environment. Okay. So introduction to ETL automation, PyTest basis and structure, and essentials for testing. Python data handling, database connection using PyODBC, PyTest setup and fixtures, assertions, test functions. Okay. Then using the SQL query we have created, we will do the automation. Okay. Reusable structure, logging and HTML reports, these and all will be discussed over here. This is with non-cloud automation. With cloud also, we are providing some automation steps. Okay. First, in Azure class, we are going to discuss about Azure SQL data lake, Azure data lake, Azure data factory, Azure data brick. These three components are discussed primarily. Okay. Azure data factory, we are going to create some pipelines to load the data and transform the data. Okay. Then data validation using Azure data factory and Azure Databricks essentials, creation of notebooks, clusters, data frames. Data frames are required for creating automation. Okay. And if you see Azure Databricks automation with Python, it can go three to four class also. Okay. So here, what are we going to discuss? Data validation between Excel file to a table, between two different database tables, how to write PySpark query to validate it. Okay, these and all will be the primary course contents. Okay, Azure Databricks automation with SQL. So using the notebooks and combining Python plus SQL or only through the Python. After this, definitely you will have interview Q&A support. So who and all voluntary to take the interview. Okay, we can have some 3 or 4 real-time interview sessions because I'm owning the interview panel in my company. Okay, for recruitment process and on campus and off campus. So I have good experience in interviewing the ETL candidates. Clear, guys? Any question? So if you want to enroll it, or any payment related stuff, you can contact this number.
Okay, I have one question.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, Naren.
The concept, like, you got plenty of concepts there to cover anyway, but just more looking into, like, data migration, like where you expressed about Azure data lake and things in the automating.
Definitely, you will have that class. Data lake, Databricks, data factory. So the necessary things.
Are we looking at data migrating it from a SQL to Azure data lake and then testing it, comparing against the source database, or how is that we are planning there?
Okay. So in my previous class, what happened now? While creating the it is paid version, since Azure is a pay as you go version. Okay. So we are concentrating more on free explaining with the free resources, but sometimes, okay, sometimes fetching the data from SQL table, it may cost, but we will try to explain it minimum volume. Clear? We are going to migrate the data from some local files. Also, we are going to migrate some some tables from SSMS server. We're going to design one architecture inside a data lake to access using the data lake. We're going to create the tables. After that, we are going to create a pipeline to access this data and load into the next layer. And we are going to test the table using Databricks. This is what happened. Are you clear?
Cool. Yeah, and while we do the automation, like the using the PyTest, I believe we convert we do check the the schema validations, null validations, and all those things, I believe.
Everything you will be covered. See, DDL validation, data validation, null validation, duplicate validation, constraint validations, everything. I'll teach you the way how to automate it. And even while doing the testing itself, I'll teach you a way like instead of taking multiple screenshots, only one screenshots. You have to write only one query. With only one or two queries, you can able to complete all the validations. In that way, we are going to design our query.
Okay, so for the
Yeah.
data normalization, you mentioned about like the serialized, like sorry, what's the fact and the dimension tables. I believe those
Yes.
needs to be compared as well against the SQL
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the Azure. Isn't
See,
it?
that's
So,
the table. That's what the table we are going to create and validate it. Okay. From the source will be a normalized table, or in some layers it is normalized fact table. At the beginning of the source itself, see, beginning of the layer only, see, this is source layer. In layer one itself, fact and the unnormalized table are converted to fact and dimension tables. So from after this layers, we are traveling with fact and dimension tables only. We are going to discuss fact and dimension tables. Clear?
got it.
From the source only, you have unnormalized table.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
One last one, basically. I'm sorry to
Sure,
bother
sure.
you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No issues.
When you mentioned about the pipeline CI/CD, so what kind of a tests are we like kind of running through the CI/CDs?
No, those are all the DevOps concept you are asking, right? Continuous integration and continuous deployment.
Yeah, when
That
we
won't
create the
happen.
basically like when we create these pipelines.
Basically, it will
like,
happen, but our main motto is not like a ETL development, it's ETL testing. For understanding and why I'm concentrating on pipeline creation also, like to whenever you're running some of the projects, what happens? No, they will give you the access to run the pipeline. While running the pipeline, some error logs will be created. By looking at the error logs, you have to create the defect more efficiently, and you have to identify the issue. That's the reason I'm telling. In interview perspective, they will ask these and all. But while you're going to a project as a ETL tester, definitely these things only you need it for running the pipeline.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Any more question, guys?
I have one question.
Sure, go ahead.
Do we need in Python basics have to study before
That's
this
not
course?
required. That's not required. See, what and all required for automation, I will teach you that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Any more question, guys? Okay, I'll expect more participation tomorrow. Okay, we can start with the actual class. Okay, the class on content, what I've shared you here. From tomorrow, we will start with ETL and data warehousing, OLTP versus OLAP. This class we can start. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
There is no question. We can drop off. There is any
fine.
question, I'm proud to take over.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
And then
Thank
I
you.
have one small one if you are around.
Sure. Go ahead.
Shall I ping you separately or is that okay to ask? Like, basically.
Is it related to the course?
Yeah, kind of. But I
Yeah.
just need to give you my kind of a heads up where I'm actually looking for what my role is and will this be an appropriate one or not?
Then you can go ahead in the session itself.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, basically, like, my company, the previous company basically was, I'm looking into a new roles now. But my previous company was completely into a data migrating from SQL to Snowflake.
Okay.
And where I was part of the data migration team itself.
Okay.
But my role was more into I'm more into a test management kind of a roles, but I want to get
Okay.
into a bit more depth into the data migration kind of.
Okay.
So, but this one, after all you explained about the
Okay.
course content,
Mhm.
will this be efficient, like, kind of a more efficient way where it covers technical and also bit more understanding of how the whole data flow works?
Definitely it will cover, Naren. So I'm having 13 years of experience. So what and all I faced, okay, in different projects. I've worked across multiple migration projects, a complete new ETL implementation project, and database testing projects, reports testing project. I'm trying to just collate all the concepts, what and all required for the entire flow.
Mhm.
Okay, by understanding this, definitely you can have broad knowledge which is required for data.
Mhm. Yeah, I have a good understanding of Azure infrastructure because I've
Mhm.
worked along with it and also
Okay,
majority worked with the Snowflake, the cloud,
okay,
but
fine.
never was associated with Azure Data Cloud, Data
Okay.
Lake or any other such.
Mhm.
We only used it for infrastructure.
Okay.
But yeah, as I said, like, it's more of a management role, which I am
Mhm.
keen on, but I wanted to get into some of the technical part of it so that it will be easy for me for my,
Okay,
the
okay,
growth.
fine. You will get it, Naren.
Cool. Perfect.
I'll explain clearly for each of your expectation in Azure. Okay, but only with Azure Databricks, Data Factory, and Data Lake. Clear?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the concept would be the same as long as the data migration part is like, kind of what we
Yeah.
are testing against the source and the target. The target can be anything anyway. Any cloud should be fine.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, Naren.
Thank you.
Any others having any question, guys? Fine. Thanks, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.